Hi Collective, welcome to my channel, Cosmic Divine Seeker. Hi everyone. So we're going to do a reading here and see what is going on for all of you for today's energies, right? So, let's see. I don't have any candles around me yet. I'm trying to clear my space a little bit. And get ready for this reading. So I had said that I was going to start to prepare more on camera so you guys can kind of see everything that I do. Alright, cleansing my energy, calling in divine source spirit, all my angels, all my guides, all my spiritual teachers, shamans, gurus, high priests, high priestesses, the gods and goddesses. So it could help some of you that want to get into maybe your own spiritual practices or into tarot card readings. You know, because tarot cards are really, I call them like an ancient tool, right? To really connect with your ancestors, your spirit guides, but you got to call them in. And you have to ask for your high vibrational or divine protection or something like that, because you don't want to call in your ones that aren't in divine light, okay? Because you do have some that may be trapped, have not crossed over. You know, for some of them, like they're here being your protectors, right? It's kind of like they have to do that and kind of prove themselves. Because I don't want to get too much into that. But you don't want to be getting advice from the ones that are in divine light, right? Because when you're getting your divine guidance, you know, it's in alignment with your Akashic records, it's in alignment with your blueprint to your life. It's not off of people's perceptions, and those same people may have wronged you in your lifetime or led you down the wrong paths and things like that, and you don't want to be getting the guidance from them, right? So I mean, there's certain times, you know, reach out to them, but not when you're pulling in stuff from tarot, right? So yes. All right, so let's see. What energy's coming out? I do. There's Page of Swords and Knight of Cups. Somebody could be watching you. I keep it from my camera. Could be watching you, strategizing, figuring out how to come in and offer something. I am going to grab one of my candles. Just a second, because I like to connect with the light. So just a second. It's one of those days too. I had a late night, so then I sleep in, and then it's just kind of like I lounge around for a little while. So I'm not really like dressed for the day, but like I said, I don't care. That's something you know about me. I don't care about what people think. I care about what I think. If anything, I criticize myself more. Anyway, let's just over here is the fan. I just feel to clear the space a little bit. I haven't really had any. Last night was nice. No. Low vibrational. I feel energies and drama and things like that, but it's always good to clear the space after those things, right? But there is a lot of this chaotic energy that is still going about. Okay. But lighting a candle is always, it kind of like, how do I want to explain this? It gets rid of the negative energy surrounding you. It's like when the light, it's just like when the sun comes up, you know, gets rid of, cleanses and all of that, gets rid of the dark energy around. Like that does the same thing with the candle. It sets the atmosphere, gets rid of the negative ions. It's probably better to say it. And it connects you with the divine, right? So it's going to protect you from the dark energy. It doesn't matter the color candle, right? I mean, when you get into doing color magic and things like that, colors of the candles do matter. Like I've been burning nothing but pink candles for the last few months. Well, I got a huge bag of them too, but I've been needing to work a lot of my divine feminine energy, so I've been working a lot more with the color pink. So, you know, but whatever color, you know, of course, white's probably the best, purest or whatever, but anyway. So, let's see here. All right, Divine. What messages do you have here for the collective reading for the energies I'm connecting with? Ace of Wands, strong moon energy coming out. And I've been seeing a lot of that chaotic energy from the full moon. This big full moon in Aquarius. When was it? August 4th. Right? Yeah. It seems like it was such a long time ago. I just realized that. It's only the 6th. So it was like 2 days ago. Or is that really it? No, it seems like it was such a long time ago. What is this? Yeah, okay. So, wow, alright, yeah. I don't know why, like, it feels like it was such a long time ago. But yeah, so this full moon energy is very strong, right? And we feel it even more intense because it was a super moon. So a lot of this energy is really bringing things up to clear things out. That devil wanted to show itself. Devil's creating illusions and chaos. Alright, let's just get into the cards. I feel I'm like really distracted by my surroundings today. But pay attention to the energies and what I feel. Could be trying to distract you from this. 10 of Pentacles. The Hanged Man. There needs to be something let go of, right? Could be a mindset too. Like, it could be a way of thinking. Okay. Like, I don't know. Wow. 4 of Pentacles. Something to do with money. Perhaps. Like, I feel like I'm not ready enough. I got any more space. For some of you, you could be like outgrowing your environment or something. You could feel as though you need some more space. I'm hearing like back the F up. Maybe somebody's needing to create boundaries and telling somebody like back up. Give me my space. Like give me my space. Sorry. I'm spraying my perfume. I love sage, and dragon's blood is my favorite. Don't get me wrong, but I just don't like the smell of smoke, right? I've always been like that. Always burning incense, but it's just... It's crazy, too, because for the longest time, like, I was a smoker. Like, yeah, I was. Because I grew up with both my parents doing it, right? So, I struggled a lot, as a lot of us, you know, struggled with things like that. But anyway, yeah, I've been smoke-free for, almost like 7 years now. Isn't that crazy? Well, yeah, my little one's 5. Okay, so like 6 years, because I quit before her. And I always quit. I never smoked when I was pregnant with my children. But yeah, so like 6 years. It's crazy, right? To me, how fast time goes by. It's so nice to not have that addiction over you. Now, every day, like, every day, like, I see people smoking, like, oh, I wish I could do that. Just because, like, you know, that, having that, to me, it was more like freedom, something I could do for me. Because to me, too, it was like the only thing I could do as a mom. that like was like, because I never smoked around my kids, you know, so it'd be like me get a few minutes or whatever, you know, to myself. I think that's more what I was addicted to, because I'd go outside. But it was the same thing. It brought me there because I didn't like the smell of smoke. So I was always like chewing gum if I was smoking or whatever, because I didn't like the taste of smoke. And then I was always spraying perfume and putting lotion on, like as I was on, like put on a jacket, things like that, because I didn't want to smell like smoke. I don't know. I don't know why it brought me there, my quirkiness. I don't know. It's because it's like, why would I smoke then? Look, Ace of Cups. Oh, why do we do things? It's interesting because that devil came out. Maybe you're being tempted. There's been times I'm like, oh my gosh, I remember how calm I could be. Like, I could go have a cigarette and calm down. So maybe you're having some sort of temptation that's not good for you coming about. King of Pentacles, the Strength card. Queen of Cups. Eight of Wands, the Hermit. Five of Cups. So there's like an impending ending, I'm hearing. You could be going within realizing that it's time to let something go. I feel you're hiding something, or something's hiding. Somebody maybe is hiding this decision. There's something to do with like cloaking it. Remember, like how I was saying with smoking, like I'd put the jacket or whatever, like, yeah, like I was like, maybe you're doing something in secret. It's definitely something that's going on to yourself with the Hermit. I get like this too as we get closer to gateways. I get very scattered because I get a lot of energies that come through. I need to work better on grounding myself because I don't have earth in my chart. So I'm like water and fire and a little bit of air. Eight of Cups. So there's a walking away maybe from a structure, family, something that was you like brought your home life, right? And the Four of Wands, like my home card. Walking away from some sort of home life, something to do within the homes, confirmation from source that it was just too much. Look at this. Five of Wands, Ten of Pentacles, a lot of arguing and fighting, a lot of painful situations. You got something new. Page of Cups to the Ace of Cups. There's something new. So something's coming in for you. New pathway for sure. It's Leo energy is bringing it. It's Lionsgate. Look at the sun. Bringing in Two of Wands. It's right next to Seven of Cups too. So it's bringing in options. There's illusions though. So wow. Yeah, look. Judgment, Two of Cups. Judgment's being called on. You have to choose what you want. You know, they're holding cups, but to me it often looks like scrolls, contracts. It's time for your legacy to come in. You've put a lot of work into something. Ten of Pentacles, remember, is the first card out. You've put in a lot of work towards something. I'm good. I feel like I gotta slow down. This energy's coming at me too much. I feel I need to freestyle, give you messages as the cards come out instead of a spread. It's just too much. Doesn't always happen I'm a different style. Everybody's unique and different, right? What do you want me to tell the collective? Four of Wands is the first card out. This is definitely something to do with your home life, so your family. King of Swords. The Two of Cups came back. They want you to communicate. You need to strategize and you communicate and you need to decide what it is you want. What contract you want. I feel like you're at a choice here. Twos are about choices. You get to choose the love that you desire, the love that you want. I heard you're at an impasse. The Hanged Man. See, something needs to be let go of, right? Or a new perspective is needed. So, I'm trying to look this up because sometimes my perception's skewed. An impasse is a situation in which no progress is impossible, especially because of disagreement, a deadlock. See, something I recently got a new perspective of with this full moon. Like, I'll tell you, like, me and my boyfriend and my lover, we always, it shows you how you really need to know your signs. More within your birth chart, your main three, I should say. If you don't know what's within your birth chart, that's what, it's not just one sign. It's not just your sun sign that makes you unique. It's your entire alignment at birth. It really is. That's why you really need to look into your birth chart, right? I've got a birth chart analyzer down, listed for free down in my description box. If you don't know what it is, you just need to know your time and place of birth, and you can find out what your sun, moon, rising, Venus, you can find out so much about you. But what I'm getting at is that you need to know what your main three are. Because I always looked at the fact that I'm a Cancer sun, right? So I've always been like, I'm a Cancer this, look at everything Cancer, right? And my boyfriend's a Scorpio, water sign, right? But it's like, you would think the water signs, like, we would flow together, we would, have, so much in common and all of that. But it's like, I've been starting to realize that, see, my moon and my rising are the same. I'm a Leo in both of those. So my Leo dominates a lot more over my Cancer, especially with my emotions, right? Then I've got a Gemini Venus. So that affects my love a lot differently. So I can't look at Cancer love readings and Leo readings because with Gemini, it's a lot different. You have to stimulate my mind. It's not going to work in other ways. But I've got a little bit of that Cancer, and like, you got to romance me too. You know what I mean? So that's what I mean. Like, you got to look into that stuff. Like, you can't just seduce me sexually. It's not going to work. And that's what works for a Scorpio, right? And to me, I think he's got a lot of Scorpio. He's adopted, so we don't really know his time and place of Bueno's place, but on his time of birth, and that does affect things. So, but anyway, like, I don't really like to know everything. I think you should really only know what's in your chart anyways, but it was neat. Like, I was trying to get him to learn what was in his chart. But what I'm getting at is that I just recently got the realization that, wow, yeah, looking at fixed signs. See, Cancer is a mutable sign, but Leo is a fixed sign. And so is Scorpio. So that is why we like butt heads. Like if I say something's going to happen and he says it, like, we will come to, like, there's times that, like, it's like if we get mad and we're not going to talk to each other till somebody folds, like, a long time will go by. And normally it's him that has to come back around because I have got that stronger dose of Leo that I feel that I'm more just, nope, I ain't cowering down. You're going to have to make the one to come in first with the apology or whatever. And I know that's something I need to work on. But what I'm getting at is that I just got the realization under this full moon that, wow, that is why, because we're fixed signs. That's why, like, you can't be like, well, you can't just look at somebody's sun sign because you really don't know what they're made up of. And it's like, even if I just looked at, like, Cancer and Leo and my Venus having that Gemini in there, it influences my love life a lot. And that's why I know, not everybody maybe has that, it's very unique. So what I'm getting at is you could be getting a realization that you need to tweak, you need to change something. That's why for the longest time, like, and two, I'm very, very spiritual, and that has been a big thing. Is I'm like, I am so, like, in love with my boyfriend. There's a lot of love and passion and chemistry. Let me tell you what, there's something about fire and water. There really is, but I've been at this place where I'm like, I need somebody that can get my mind, that can get me intellectually, that's what I mean. Like, you're really evaluating what love really means and matters, whatever. So I've been stuck in this, like, like, you can't just go looking for, like, the perfect, like, lover and situation and everything that's going to, like, check all your and everything like that, because you're not going to realize that some of these things, like, you're meant to work with them. And that's where I'm getting at, is that you have to appreciate what you have first. And you got to learn the lessons and learn how to change, right? But see, it's like a deadlock or a current, because of a disagreement. You could be, like, at a deadlock about something, but it could literally be, it might not just be, like, you feel as though you're going against your core values or your beliefs, because I'm getting this something about belief systems and stuff. It could literally just be because you feel a certain way, because, you could be with you could be two fixed signs, so you have to learn that give and take, that working with each other. There's something going to be revealed, and I'm talking a lot about the spirituality and things like that, because this is where we're coming into Lionsgate, and that's where that's our spiritual sense, where we get all of our spirituality from and all of that. So you really need to, if you're wanting to get the guidance at this time, if you're wanting, it's like, if you're seeking spirituality, the doors are open, right? And it can really change your life knowing some of these things, some of these confirmations, like some of the quirky things about me that I used to think were weird. Just by looking at my birth chart and realizing that I have changed. It's just like with Gemini, like, for the longest time, finding out about Gemini and what it's like to romance a Gemini and what they, like, I used to think, like, am I crazy? Like, I have all of this passion and chemistry with my lover, like, some people never have. Like, I've never had this in another relationship, but why am I feeling as though this is still not fulfilling for me? There is so much passion and chemistry and love, but I'm still like, why is my mind still somewhere else? I'm like, am I just, like, that crazy that, like, I can't see love for what it is? So I've gone back and forth a lot with telling myself, like, like, you're, like, stuck up. So, like, so I've been putting myself down a lot, because I'm like, why am I longing for more? Or because I don't realize that Gemini is a big influence, right? And I have to, especially me being a star child, like, I need to really be with people on my level, that, and spiritually and things like that. Like, it's not fulfilling to me if I'm not. So now I know that, no, it's literally because it's what's built, what's inside of me, what my it's everything, it's aligning you with your spirituality, with your life path, your purpose, the blueprint of your life, what you're made up of, the stars, and and everything, they aligned, the way everything aligned for you to be born. And that's what I mean by honoring that, by going in alignment with your destiny, is so beautiful. That's why I love this time. There's massive awakenings and ascensions and realizations and downloads and those epiphany moments, and just, it's such a very, very magical time, because, see, when the star system is rising, it actually gets to where it outshines the sun. I was getting in one interpretation of because Sirius is it's really the brightest star in the sky, and really it's because it's two stars really that are rotating, right? And so it appears as one really, really bright star, but it's actually brighter than the sun, right? And it's, I can't explain all of it. But anyway, it aligns, right? And it aligns, right, with Leo, where you're feeling this empowered energy to live life for you, and Leo season and all of that, and it really is Lions here. So we feel this very, very powerful time. We've been feeling it as Sirius has been rising, right? Around like July 24th to 26th, one of those times when it started rising. Some say it's 28th, whatever, end of July. And the apex, the peak moment, is going to be on 8/8. But then we're going to be feeling it for about a week after. So if you're catching these in real time, this is very, very significant, right? That's why you could be really feeling to explore things. Spiritual, you could, these are times like you don't even realize you're assessing, or I always say assessing, accessing more of your clairs, more of your gifts, because a lot of gifts are heightened at this time. A lot of things, like a lot of you are starting to use your third eye and not even realize it. It's like if you always had thoughts, right? But now your thoughts have pictures and visions, like if you were looking at photographs. And it's like maybe you always had plans to do stuff, but now you see the blueprint and how to do it, right? Or it's like, say you wanted to build something and now all of a sudden you're getting glimpses of seeing yourself doing it or working. That's what I mean. Like a lot of people don't even realize that. So this is such a beautiful, it's such a beautiful time, because it's like we have all these things that block us, right, from being able to connect, right? And get our spiritual downloads and guidance, and, you know, not to mention all the things that are getting over our faces. Gosh, I feel like, okay, I gotta calm down. This is what happens to me when I start to anchor in this energy, right? So, not everybody does that. You know that. One of my missions here is I'm a gatekeeper. I help bring in the energies through these gateways and these portals, right? My body is meant to work as a portal. As star seeds are portholes, right? We all really have portals, but we're we pull in a lot of these energies, right? Because we can. So I can get a lot more like really wound up in my reading. So this is the most powerful time of the year for me, right? So my reading it's harder for me to focus on certain things in my readings. In fact, this one's just really taking over. Like I sat down trying to do a tarot reading, and I just feel that it's not even coming out that way. They didn't want to do, I guess, because I call in for guidance and support to guide me for my messages, right? So, trying to calm down. I'm gonna have to end this reading and do some other ones. Like a lot of times, like I don't even know what I'm saying. Like I don't even know, I'm just trying to put out there what's coming in, and I don't even know what this whole reading has even been about. Like I'm gonna have to watch it back just to even see how to title it. Sometimes, the titles might even be just really vague or off one clip, because sometimes I'm like, I don't want to sit down and like replay this, and so I'll grab one clip from it. So watch whatever you feel guided to. Know if you were guided to me, you were for a reason. Know that. And these readings alone can activate, awaken, align things. Sometimes it's one little piece of information that I could be disclosing that unlocks something for you. Right? I don't know. Subscribe to the channel if you've not. If you do like to catch them in real time, because I do talk about cosmic alignments and the things that are going on, then subscribe so you'll get the notifications on when I drop my videos in real time. Just like always watch readings around other readings too, because I always do multiple readings, and especially where like I feel like this one, like I didn't really get a reading out whatsoever, so I'm gonna have to calm down. I'm gonna have to focus more on what I want, and then I will do another. I'll focus a lot just on love energy surrounding me, but I feel like I gotta break it down by collectives at this time because it's so powerful. Anyways, start investigating Lionsgate if you have not. Take a look at your birth chart. Analyzer for free down below. There's a lot of other beautiful readers that have really put together some amazing readings. I admire them, and I want to be more like them. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Knowing that liking the videos claims the energy. It does like energy impression. Like I feel your energy, right? So, the more you watch, the more you can come out my readings when I'm pulling on the collective energies that are surrounding me, and it works. And it's not so sporadic like this one. But to me, these ones are fun, because these are just me. And, you get to experience, like, I felt just a hit record. Like, I don't know how this is going to go. So you can kind of see how scattered I am sometimes. Maybe that helps you realize that sometimes it's all right to not have everything all together, right? It's just living life, going with the flow, being happy. I love how I feel. I love the vibration that I'm in. I wouldn't change it for anybody. That's something that I've always known, being a starseed. That's why I've always been like a black sheep, an outcast, things like that, because I forged my own path. I don't go down another path. I've always gone down my own path. I do my own thing. I don't care about what people think. I'm often the one where people are like, who does she think she is to do all of that? Like, why does she get, and that's probably why I draw so much attention to myself, or I've felt that, and a lot of haters and stuff, because People are envious that I'm just my authentic self. You know, I live life, I go do what I want, and people are like, you can't do that. And I'm often a trendsetter, because I'm often the ones where people are like, oh, wow, you did that? Like, oh, I didn't know you could do that, because nobody's tried that before. You know, and a lot of people are then like, are doing the exact same things, right? So people are, you know, just like people often point fingers and ridicule people and do all these things. Why did I even say that word? I don't even know the word I use. That's another word I don't. That's when you know I'm channeling. I know I'm channeling. When I say words that I don't even use, I don't even know what they are, and I have to look them up. Like I don't even know what the word is. But anyway, I'm sure it's like making fun of. All right, whatever. Anyway, so people pointing fingers and doing all that. Oh, there goes my crystal off my ring again. That's only ever happened twice. So it's my black obsidian. Look at that. Came up for a reason. Guys need to get some sort of protection. Maybe they want me to cleanse my crystal. It has been a little while. Normally I have this for every reading because I keep a form of protection while I'm doing readings. That's another thing, right? Because maybe they're telling me to close out the reading because that's where I started it. I was talking about protection. All right, I'm going to listen. I'm going to close out this reading. Love and light to all of you. Bye, guys.